Okay. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm sorry about yesterday. I wasn't feeling very well, but here we are now. Yes. It says, I believe this was homework, right? The crossword puzzle. Yes. Um, well, I hope you try to do it. Let me show you the answers. Okay. There you go. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, here they are. Not conscious is unconscious. One who acts forward, proactive. Generate again, regenerate. Cover again, recover. Assign again, reassign. Entonces, again, again, again. Cuando es again, el prefix es re. Situated under the sea, submarine. Not visible, invisible. Not mature, immature. Entonces, cuando es not, es in, a menos que tenga una M, entonces es im. Pero si es not, es in. Okay? Yes. All right. So, pueden poner en pausa el video and you can copy this. Yes? I don't know, however long you want to take. Now, we continue with okay, with this. No, this is it. Root words. It says, get into small. Give me a moment here. And okay, yeah. Get into small teams, use a dictionary to write new words using the following prefixes. There, that looks better. Using the re, sub, in, im, un, and pro. So, for example, visible, y con el prefijo, with the prefix, it is invisible. Invisible. Well, there's this one, happy, unhappy. What else? Well, in a dictionary, if you have a dictionary pueden buscar con re, con sub, right? Like, director. And then there's a subdirector. Yes? Or you can write, I don't know, poster. Poster. And then imposter. You guys are going to look it up, okay? Busquen Maybe 5. You can do 5 of these. Yes. Okay. Now, if we continue, okay, there's something called, there's something called, what is it called? Well, etymología, etymology, okay? And that is, te dice de dónde vienen las palabras. Where do words come from, okay? And a lot of our words come from Greek, okay? Latin and Greek. Here we have, it says, many English words and phrases come from words in other languages and cultures. Some words even come from Greek myths. In Greek mythology, Atlas was a giant who had to carry the heavens on his shoulders. Today, an atlas is a book of maps. The chart below shows English words that come from Greek mythology. Okay, so palabras, muchas palabras vienen del English, or from Greek. Words in English come from Greek. That looks a little better. Yes. And here are some words from English that come from Greek mythology. For example, the word hygiene is the practice of good health. ¿De dónde viene? De Hygeia, the goddess of health. La diosa de la salud se llamaba Hygeia. La palabra hygiene. Hypnos, the god of sleep, el dios del sueño. So, entonces, hypnotize is to cause to sleep. Odysseus, a hero known for his difficult 10-year journey. Un viaje difícil que tuvo este señor Odysseus. Entonces, Odyssey is a long, complicated journey. Pan, a god of fields and forests, known to enjoy frightening humans. Asustado a los humanos, el dios de the fields and the forest. Entonces, panic is to feel sudden and intense fear. Python, a monstrous serpent killed by the god Apollo. Entonces, python is a large snake. Titans is a family of giants with great strength and power. Titanic, having great size, strength, or power. So you can see how the words come from Greek mythology, okay? Right. So here, these words are presented in this text, okay? Solo que vienen mixed up. They're scrambled. Entonces tenemos que ponerlas bien. Por ejemplo, esta, Yoetsis, what is it? Les voy a dar una pista. Y ustedes sí, okay. In this moment, pausen el video, yes, para que lo vayan completando. Y ahorita les voy a poner las respuestas. Here it says, draw a python. Aquí pueden dibujar un pitón, una serpiente. Okay. All right. Ya le pausaron, ¿verdad? Okay, okay. So, unpause it. No hagan trampa. Here are the answers. Okay. Y ahí le pueden pausar para que revise. Okay. So we continue. It says, answer the questions in complete sentences. What kind of effect can soft music have? ¿Cómo se llama ese efecto de la música? Maybe it's... respondan con lo que venía arriba. Name a large reptile. Un reptil grande. So, okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. How can we describe something very large and powerful? Había un barco que así se llamaba. How would you feel if you got lost in a strange place? Si se pierden en un lugar, you feel okay. How would you describe a long car trip with many problems? Viaje largo, it's an What do you call the habit of taking good care of your health? If you brush your teeth, if you take a shower, lavarse los dientes y todo eso, it's... Okay, pónganle pause. Yes. Because... Okay. Okay. And here it is. Here are the answers. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Can you see it there? A little bigger. Ahí está. Yes. Okay. Pause it. Póngale pause. Yes. And you can copy it. Okay. So we continue then. Okay. We're going to go to page 102. Yes. We're going to listen. Well, we're going to look at the pictures and then listen. It says, look at the pictures and complete the text. Then listen to the track and check your answers. Past times. The ancient Egyptians loved, they consume it with both as food to treat and to treat ailments. They would consume it both as a food and to treat ailments. They also believed it gave them strength, which they needed to build the Of course, there were lots of accidents during construction, but at that time there were no anesthetics. So Egyptian surgeons would hit their patients on the head before surgery to put them to sleep. Ouch. ¿Imaginan? Vamos a operar. Primero te vamos a golpear en la cabeza para que te duermas. Boom. During the Middle Ages, people would never go to the because there weren't any. Instead, they would go to a barber who wouldn't just cut their hair, but would extract their too. What? Okay, so we're going to listen. Yes? We're going to listen. Here we go. And hear what it says.
The ancient Egyptians
loved garlic. They would consume it both as a food times.
Vamos a empezar otra
The
vez.
ancient Egyptians loved garlic. They would consume it both as a food and to treat ailments. They also believed it gave them strength, which they needed to build the pyramids, of course. There were lots of accidents during construction, but at that time there were no anesthetics, so Egyptian surgeons would hit their patients on the head before surgery to put them to sleep. Ouch! During the Middle Ages, People would never go to the dentist because there weren't any. Instead, they would go to a barber who wouldn't just cut their hair, but would extract their teeth too.
Oh my gosh. So the ancient Egyptians loved, what is it? Let me see here.
As a food and to treat, they would consume it. Both loved garlic. Egyptians loved garlic. Loved garlic. Garlic. Loved garlic. And loved garlic. Loved garlic. Garlic. They would consume.
They loved garlic. Okay. Garlic. They would consume it both. They needed to build the. Okay, you're getting the point here. Let me see here. I'm gonna skim through this. Okay, here it is. Ahí está. Yes? Okay. Póngale pause and then copy it. Yeah. Ojalá que lo hayan hecho antes de copiarlo. All right, read the following phrases and underline what people would do in the past. Circle what they do, what we do today. Okay, so underline what people did in the past. Circle what we do today. Use a computer and write on scrolls, pergaminos. So, in the past, lo subrayan. In the present, you circle. Watch TV programs or listen to storytellers. Write letters, write emails. Ride horses, travel on airplanes. Use light bulbs, use candles. Okay, well, obviously today we use a computer. Before they wrote on scrolls. Today we watch television programs. Before they listen to storytellers. Today we write emails. They would write letters. Today we travel on airplanes. They rode horses. Today we use light bulbs. They use candles, velas, or oil lamps. Okay. Okay. And okay. Finally, complete the phrase using would or wouldn't, and the ideas from the previous activity. There is one example. When people wanted to write a text, they would write on scrolls. They wouldn't use a computer. Entonces, would y wouldn't lo usamos para referirnos al pasado. They would, they wouldn't. Okay. When people wanted to relax, ¿qué hacían? They would listen to storytellers. Listen to storytellers. They would listen to storytellers. Storytellers. They wouldn't watch TV programs or whatever it says. When people wanted to communicate, they and they. When people traveled, they would, they wouldn't. At night, people would, they wouldn't, okay? Complete this y al final vemos cómo era, ¿sale? Pónganle pause, complete, and then we can see it. Okay? Okay. And now you are going to write 4 things you would do in the past and contrast with what you do now. For example, I used to watch cartoons on TV. I watch TV series on a tablet. In the past, ¿qué más hacían en el pasado? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cosas. usaban pañales. I used to wear diapers. And today, yo creo que ya no usan, ¿verdad? I wear pants, I guess, or underwear. Hay que ponerle punto al final. Okay, I used to play with, no sé, con qué jugaban. And now, ahora ya no hacen eso, ahora qué hacen. Okay. Y así dos más. Si veían algo, I used to watch. ¿Se acuerdan que me estaban diciendo, oh, I used to watch Bananas en Pijamas or Dora or I don't know. Yes. Okay. So, used to, también podemos, en vez de usar used to, podemos poner I would, I would wear diapers. I would play with, okay? They're interchangeable. You can use I used to or I would. Yes. Algo que hacía su mamá por ustedes. My mom used to feed me. Me da de comer en la boca. Yes. Feed me in my mouth. Or my mom would, instead of used to, we can write would. My mom would feed me in my mouth. O sea, si algo más. Put me to sleep. Tell me stories. No sé si les contaban historia. Okay, so finish this, and then we're going to listen to Satya, the storyteller. Okay? It says, listen again and number the endings in order. Let me see here. Okay. Satya had incredible imagination, so he became a storyteller. He was an immigrant from a distant island. On one day, Satya received a formal invitation to visit the king. He was very excited. His stories were about invincible heroes. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Satya. Satya's success as a storyteller was immediate. His imitations on the king quickly became famous on the internet. He also invented stories about real people, such as a king. Many people watched his video on YouTube. All right, listen and number. Ahí va.
Satya the storyteller. Once upon a time, there was a young man named Satya. He was an immigrant from a distant island. Satya had an incredible imagination, so he became a storyteller. His stories were about invincible heroes and immense monsters. He also invented stories about real people, such as the king. He could imitate the king's voice perfectly. Satya's success as a storyteller was immediate. His imitations of the king quickly became famous on the internet. Many people watched his video on YouTube. One day, Satya received a formal invitation to visit the king. He was very excited. When Satya saw the king's daughter, he immediately fell in love. Everybody thought it was an impossible love, but his love for her was infinite. The princess had had a terrible accident, and she was in a body cast. She was completely immobile from head to toe. But Satya didn't care. He was impatient to win her heart, so he told her stories every day. Finally, the princess fell in love with Satya, and they got married. The king was very angry about Satya's imitations of his voice on the internet. He told Satya he was extremely impolite and immature. He immediately sent Satya to jail. But Satya didn't stop telling stories or imitating the king's voice. Instead, he became a storyteller in prison and made all the inmates laugh.
Okay, now, listen again and number the endings in order. ¿Qué pasó primero? Le pueden regresar ustedes, ¿eh? Did they get married or did he go to prison? Yes. And that's it. That's the class for today. Have a wonderful day. Have a good weekend. See you